Stay tuned. You might be able to buy one soon. Drop. I'm guessing you're talking about a limited. Other people have been like, yo, Peak Pro 2. I don't know where that shit is. It might never come. We might never see a need to update the Peak Pro. When we could update the atomizer, when we could update the firmware, when we could update the glass. This base, this Peak Pro base doesn't need anything else. So, but if you're talking about a limited by the end of the month. Yo, if you need a vape pen, honestly, like I hate doing this. Ask the community for sure. But there is nothing, there's no second place to what the Plus does. Is like next to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all going through 100. They're all next to each other. The Plus stands alone, and I'll tell you exactly why. It was designed to be a hash one-hitter. So if you take, with the dabber that comes built into the mouthpiece, you take on a little bit of oil, you put it in there, and then you sesh mode it 2 to 3 times, you will pretty much clear your chamber, Q-tip it, and it feels damn close to an OG Peak dab. It's not as fulfilling, because you could put an OG Peak on white and get ripped up, but it's like an OG Peak on green, stronger than blue. So I could not recommend the Plus more. Love it. One of my favorite things, something that I still use every year. I find a reason to use it because I need that level of discretion. And every time I do, I'm like, motherfuck, this thing is great. Am I in the Discord myself? I am in the Discord. I need to schedule a live in the Discord. So Puffco support, let's help get that on the books. I can either replace it instead of doing this one day, or I could just go in there. But I am in there. I do open it up occasionally. I used to do question and answers there, and I slowed down with that. So Puffco support, help me get that back on the board. It'd be nice to connect with everybody again. Are there limited edition Peak Pros coming? I'm guessing that's what you meant by that. Ali? Yes, by the end of the month. Jay, great example of a perfect use. I mean, listen, check your local laws. I don't want you to get in trouble, but like when all you have is the spot that you go to share with cigarette smokers, that's where the fucking Plus shines. When all you have is that. So grateful for it. Like, 2016, that's how old that paint is. We did a V2, but we barely changed anything. It was a logo change, and we made for an extendable dabber in the mouthpiece. That was about it. And fuck, that thing is just so good. Yes, the BallCap, Kyle. The BallCap, I believe, is dropping this week. The dabber is a Puffco dabber, calling it the hot knife. I believe you probably can't pre-order it. The pre-order sold out within a day. So you want to sign up for email restock notifications. That's your best way to get it. Does leaving my Peak Pro on the power dock whenever I'm not using it damage the battery over time? No, Captain Bash. We designed it specifically to be used that way. So the answer is no. Price on the cap, I will say affordable. I mean, certainly less than $50. I would argue almost definitely less than 40. Beyond that, I'm not sure. Is it 30? Is it 35? Somewhere around there. Benji, hot knife during a session is easy. So like within a few seconds of dropping my dab, that thing is back to cold. I could touch it with my fingers. I could load another dab on there without it accidentally sliding off. I mean, I think it's one of those things that I've seen a lot of people have been talking about. No, it probably sucks at this. Just wait until you have it. I mean, I could sit here praising it forever. It's not going to matter. I'm the CEO of the company. You're just assuming that I'm doing that because I want you to buy it. Wait until one of your friends has it and ask them. And ask them to do, you could ask me to do the same things now. Holding down the button and then touching it. I'll do that right now. Gonna hold it down for a full sesh, wait until the light turns off, and I'll give it 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's still hot. It's a little hot. By now, it's cool. So like, my finger got a little bit sticky from the remaining oil on there, but this shit is cool to touch now. That's how little time it needs. So unless you're like speeding through it, you'll be fine. Be totally fine. I got sticky fingers. And it comes right off. Hot knife shipping dates are in your confirmation emails. They are on our website, and it said 2 ships in 2 to 3 weeks from the order date. It was a pre-order, so please take it easy on our customer service team. Check your emails. You cannot see my limited Peak Pro. I can't see these questions, so unfortunately there's no filter here. I got to figure out a way to, I have to uninstall and reinstall my Instagram. So, Terps TV. The way you do this is make sure your firmware is updated. That's it. Go into your app. If there's a red dot in the top left, that means you have a firmware update ready. Once it's ready, double click to heat up and then triple click to start disco mode. That's how it works. Going to LA at the end of the month. I would say by the end of the month, there should be shops with a hot knife. By the end of May, that should be the case. We should have released our larger order. Can I explain the shipping ban a little more? Declan, I hope I'm saying your name right. Yeah, so I posted it up in my stories, and man, there's much better spoken people about this than me, but I'll do my best. So the PACT Act was designed to stop kids from being able to purchase underage minors, from being able to purchase e-liquid online, being that they're underage. They, in the COVID bill, expanded the language about PACT Act to include things that would include concentrates. Now, I completely disagree. They say any aerosolized liquid is, I believe, the language they used. If you look up, is resin a liquid or a solid? Resin is a solid, clearly defined as a solid, even though occasionally it displays the properties of a liquid. So I don't even understand how this is happening. Like, it makes no sense to me. That being said, as soon as that rule came out, USPS came out and said, we're not going to be shipping anything like this. FedEx, UPS, DHL went and followed. So here we are without anybody willing to ship our products. We've had to find some carriers that are not nearly as like refined or robust as the major 3. And on top of that, we've had to implement new systems for shipping internally. That all led to a clusterfuck of slower ship times leaving Puffco and slower ship times getting it to the consumer once it's out. We're greatly reducing both of those, but that is how we currently got jammed up. So that's my best explanation. Pretty proud of it because I'm very high. And it's tough to know every single detail. Do shops have journey bags? Shops are able to order journey bags. Check with your local shop. I believe we have enough of those to sell wholesale. I don't think that's one of the things that's like the Budsy that's so sold out that we're imagining it requires a lot of scaling up. That shit is available. Please ask your shop. And listen, the answer is some people are not going to be as affected. If you're currently in California, it's not so bad. If you're in Massachusetts, we can't ship shit to you. If you're in New York, same thing. Colorado, Washington, it's kind of fucked, but it's getting better week after week. Beard Gang, that is not how it's going to work. In fact, do me a favor, Puffco support. Let Kevin Puffco know that we have to talk cash and carry policy at the glass show, because I have a feeling people like fucking Beard Gang are gonna show up like ba 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 ba. You got me on fucking 15 units. We got to figure out what to do there. Beard Gang is a notorious coming up to the booth trying to get some steals. I don't know if we could offer that this year, or maybe we should lean into it and have a bunch available. I don't know. But Puffco support, please bring that to Kevin. Restock on Hot Knife coming in a couple weeks. Do I use a turp ball? I do not. If I would use an extremely tiny one. The smallest they can make. I got the big body Subaru Kit STI. That's what we call it, the big body luxury Subaru. It says Scent, I think it's called. It's a fucking Subaru. It's nice. It's a great car. I love it. I've had it for years now. And I don't really plan on getting rid of it. So shout out to Subaru. They're a Puffco authorized retailer store by me. Do you think they will have all the new things? If they're being a Puffco authorized retailer, there's a very good chance they have access to it. Based Isaac, I don't know. The Cybertruck has my interest. If there's a car that I want to get, it's probably the Cybertruck. So maybe I'll switch it up when that comes out next year. Oh, don't be sensitive, Northwest Beard Gang. I'm busting your balls. And I even said for Puffco support, that is a good suggestion. Maybe we want to lean into it and have a bunch of inventory available. I don't disagree with you. I appreciate the nudge, bud. You're good. Please, don't take it personally. You've done that. I think it's happened before where you've mistook my ball busting. Please, I love you, bud. You're a good guy. Will you release an upgraded version of the chamber on the Pro? I would say almost definitely by the end of the year. We'll see. Everything is in testing, and we want to make sure anything we do in the future is worlds better than what we've done in the past. But yes, my bet would be you would see updated chambers in the future. Think very, very end of the year. This is a stock top. This is just a stock Peak Pro top. Did I put a dab in here? I did. Is 1 gram smoked out of a Puffco ass efficient as same G out of a rig? I would say 1 gram. Are we talking about a gram at once, or are we talking about a gram over time? I would say a gram over time, easy. The Peak wins. No question there. An entire gram, I would guess a rig. I mean, and also the banger that you're using. If you have a banger that is designed to smoke a whole gram at once, vape a whole gram at once, yes, I believe that would probably be more efficient. But if you're just talking about like a smaller banger, both are gonna suck. Dabbing a dab all at once. It is not going to be a great experience. Meaning that you're gonna lose a bunch. All right. The ball cap does not work. Ball cap does not work on the OG Peak. All right. Let me keep this going. This is my last dab, and I gotta run. Limited editions ends of the month. When is the hot knife tool available again? We'll probably kick off the next series of pre-orders within 2 weeks. And I think we'll be fully caught up on everything within a month. Hilarious. That Fahrenheit. I put a crack rock in my Pro and the atomizer is now Chaz. What can I do? Seek help, friend. Seek help. Light work today, prayers. I'm not dripping today to the point that I think I have to stand up, but this merch is incredible. This is by Lot Comedy. It's his bike day drop. I'm just wearing some floral shorts and some Yeezys. Nothing special today. That's weird. Daddy duties. Please send a video to Puffco support. Honestly, there's so much work to be done regarding future upgrades to the atomizer. It would be pointless to talk about it. And I'll be real, I was hitting both atomizers this weekend, and definitely the prototype I have was fucking me up quite a bit. But there were points where I was like, am I enjoying this one more? There's just so much work to be done. It's not fruitful to pull you into that process, because whatever I'm feeling today, in 6 months, we will be in a completely different place. So no point in talking about that until it's closer to being a reality. Captain Bash, I answered that question. You're good. You are. It does not hurt it. Puffco support got in there and answered you as well. This is the ball cap. This is how it sits. I have to moves around very smoothly when clean or when warm. When it's cold and you let it get really gunked up and you don't clean it at all, it'll stick a little bit early on in the dab. But it's great. I love that ball cap so much. It's hard to go back. Thank you, Wood Glue. Hope your day was great. That's it.